Hi there, this is Alison from Freddie Loves Crochet, and I'm back today with a really quick little tutorial on how to stop your magic circle or magic ring, whatever you prefer to call it, how to stop it from getting loose and opening up. It's such a common problem that whether you start your granny squares with a magic circle or not, or when you're working in the round for your amigurumi or your hats, really easy as you're working for them to start wiggling free. And you can see I'm pulling that really gently, and yet it's opening up quite easily. So if you are struggling with magic circles getting loose and opening up, please follow along for a very quick and simple tutorial. So with your hook and your yarn, instead of when you make a magic circle, you're normally you wrap it around your fingers so that it crosses, and then however you like to pull the yarn through, you do that. So you get to this point where you have your magic circle. This is a right-handed tutorial. You would reverse it all for the left. So at this point, normally we are going to make a chain one, and you would start to work under 2 strands of that circle, and that's generally how a magic circle works. It is basically a slip knot that hasn't yet been pulled tight. So to stop that from wiggling free and to secure it, which is particularly important for things that are worn or going to be washed a lot or going to be used a lot, as opposed to decorative items, because they're going to be subjected to lots of movement and things like that. So instead, this time, instead of just wrapping it round like that, we're going to wrap it round twice. So instead of this just being 1 strand here, we've actually got 2. We've made sure that it still crosses, so that this still crosses over, otherwise our magic circle doesn't work, but we've got it twice around. And so this time we treat the magic circle the same. So we go under those what are now 2 strands to pull that long end through and release our fingers, and then we're going to make a chain 1 here. So at this point we've actually got a doubled up circle. So you've got the 2 strands of the circle, plus on the left hand side you've got that tail end. If you are if you're left-handed, that would be on the right hand side. So instead of working around 2 strands of yarn, which we normally would do for a magic circle, we're going to work around 3. So I'm going to put 8 single crochets around these strands. So that's a UK double, a US single, a UK double. I'm going to do 8 of them here. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we're going to close the circle over like we would do normally. So you pull, holding on there, 1 strand. You'll see that when you pull, that only 1 of the 2 strands moves. And so especially if you've got yarn that's got quite a loose sort of roving to it, so it's quite fluffy, you may need, and I'll show you how to do it with this particular yarn, you may need to treat this slightly differently. So I'm pulling that tail end, and you can see that 1 of the 2 strands is pulling in. So before you pull it in too tightly, while there's still some of it there, if you take your hook out, you can use your hook then to then pull. Not working with a hook, there we go, better with a hand. To then pull again. So whilst I'm pulling that one that was shorter, it's pulling in the other strand. And then when I go back to my tail end again, I pull that one in. And so now that magic circle does not wiggle open. It is so much more secure just having that double strand there. So I would advise that this is what you should do. If your magic circle keeps wiggling open, double strand it instead, and you'll have a nice secure circle. If you've enjoyed today's tutorial, please do click the subscribe button and give me a like or a comment. I will be back soon with more tutorials and patterns and techniques of how to get you crocheting the way that you want to. Take care now.